Hello, hello. I'm super excited that you guys have joined me today. I am here today with Erica Wiederlight, and she is a specialist in burnout. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a second, there's a specialist in this? I know. And here we are today to uncover and unpack some of the simple solutions that we can try in our own businesses.
Yeah, hi, I'm so excited to be here. This is going to be a really special and needed conversation for everybody. So I'm very jazzed.
Well, one of the things that I found is oftentimes we're our own worst enemy. We second guess ourselves. And as a result of that, when we show up in second guessing ourselves mode, other people also second guess us.
Yeah.
But if we show up with, like, I just checked and I'm the best house cleaner I know, what we do is we give them to look at us the same way.
Yep.
Like, I think that's the best house cleaner I know, right? They think they're the best. I think they're the best too, right? We
Totally.
give them permission to see us the same way.
Yep.
And I don't want to say, like, oh, just paint yourself into this arrogant corner where, like, you're unstoppable. But when you feel unstoppable, I think it kind of exudes from you. And then people are like, hey, you know what? If I'm looking at energy, the person with their head slumped, and then the person that's like, hey, I'm so confident in my abilities and I take pride in my work, I think they're attracted to that. And all things being equal, price being the same, the cleaning being the same, I think people will gravitate towards something that is enlightening and, maybe more motivational than somebody who does just kind of like, I just wept out of cleaning that house. I just can't get home fast enough.
Yes. Also,
You
you
know.
want to go back to the job. You feel invigorated. Talk about and the connection between the confidence and the burnout. Because when you're like, I'm proud of myself. I could show anyone I know that work. I'm really proud. You're less likely to take the breadcrumbs from life. Again,
Mhm.
situations happen, but you're less likely because you're like, I'm worthy. Why am I putting myself into a soul sucking, soul crushing situation? When you have that little, I'm a worthy human, we're less likely to ingest the poison, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. Again, situations, but we're less likely to take that on. So I think what you have done is so fabulous. And I think there's really a lot of magic to those daily celebrations. It really helps us slowly spiral up from the burnout because we're like, why am I doing this? Why am I hurting myself? Why am I hurting me?
Well, in the house cleaning industry, this is a catch because I think a lot of house cleaners end up cleaning all day by themselves.
Yeah.
And so we play these tapes over and over again in our heads. Either I'm not worthy or I am worthy.
Mm,
And it's easy to let anything somebody said on social media or old tapes that friends said or family said or whatever play through your head. And maybe we don't think that we're worthy. One of the things, and I'm going to share this with you because if you're working in a house all day by yourself, yeah, you're on security cameras and they're going to see you, but you're kind of alone with your own thoughts. And so you can be as arrogant as you want and no one can stop you. No one can see those thoughts. So one of the things that we train our house cleaners to do is every time they walk past a mirror, because in a house you have lots of mirrors to clean. Every time you look in a mirror, there's you. You get to see yourself in that mirror. And it's easy to see the matted hair and you're sweating profusely. And, again, we're our own worst enemy. But I like to look right in the mirror and go, you, I showed up for you today.
yes.
And it's really weird because when you do that, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, because there's somebody in the mirror that's cheering you back,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, you have to ignite that. But every time you walk past a mirror, you're like, hey, friend, I showed up for you today.
Yes.
And for all the mirrors we got to clean,
Hmm.
at the end of the day, you clean 12 or 15 mirrors. You do that 12 or 15 times a day. You can't help but feel just a tiny bit better. Yeah.
Yes. I love that. You are the best. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have the best tips and tricks. My dear friend, he'd always say, thoughts kill or thoughts cure. You know,
That's so good.
it's some like, yes. And like you said, there's this spaciousness. No one's reading your thoughts when you're in those moments. What would it be like? You know what? Just for today, I'm going to try. What would it be like to, as I clean, say I am amazing and track the amazing things I've done and think, what would it be like just to play in that world of positivity? And then maybe try playing in the other negative tape and you see the difference in how you feel. It's like just play with what's going right, play with your celebrations. Like, I really do believe thoughts kill or thoughts cure. And it's like, how can we get back to our rightness, our celebration? And I love the mirror exercise because I always tell my clients to anytime you see a mirror, or a Zoom or a reflective surface, can you give yourself a little hey? And can you get like hi? And can you give yourself a celebration? And it could be even if our hair is crazy and there's wild things going on, like, I see you, I'm proud of you, or I love that you showed up today, even though you didn't want to. You could give yourself physical compliments, emotional compliments, but I love that. I think that's so fabulous. Yeah, I'm just in awe of you.
Well, I think you are fabulous, and I'm
Thank
looking
you.
at our clock, and our time is up
I
for today. It's just zipped right by, and I wanna say thanks to all of you guys that have showed up today, but please, Erica, tell our listeners where they can go to find you.
Of course. And please, please, please come to find me. I love this conversation. There's so much more to talk about. As we talked about before, you can find me on my website, which is wethelight.org. You can hit me an email, keep the conversation going because you've really created such a special space and we all need to be held in this. So thank you for having me. I'm just so jazzed that we can continue this conversation off of this platform. So thank you.